I was always different.
I think differently.
Not the popular kid.
And I learned different.
I was sort of an outcast.
I was alone. I was a misfit.
I feel a little bit helpless.
I used to feel very isolated.
But I felt like there's something that I did wrong and I failed someone.
I was one of the kids that had to be taken out of a big high school because of all the bullying.
Unique-minded people like myself are suffering in schools everywhere.
I sometimes felt like I needed to hide that I was a special ed kid.
You know, I felt small and I felt like I just wanted to be someone else, something else.
At graduation, I looked around and I said, I barely know any of these people. I don't have really many of them I can call friends.
Bullied because they were so different and they didn't know why. And they couldn't figure out how to be normal because they're not. To have them come in and realize that they are celebrated.
And people who don't fit the box, their stories end up often being very tragic. We lose people to suicide. How much more tragic does it get? It's a life. Anyone who's watching this documentary knows someone who's at risk, that person shouldn't have to drop off the radar, but they know they're going to because there's no place for them. And they're like, I have nowhere else to go. What's happening to that whole population? Where are they?
You can learn the way that's best for you if it doesn't get in the way of our normal schedule.
But that encompasses a very narrow spectrum of like the whole human experience.
Putting them in small rooms with teachers who don't understand them and without having any sense of who they are.
There's a sign on their chest saying, I am a SPED.
The tendency is to throw all the labeled kids into one room over there and the ones that are unlabeled into a room over there.
But together, we can create a better future.
I think needs to stop happening is the focus on that which divides and that what is different. Rather, we should focus on the things, what do you have to offer?
Are appreciated for the contributions that they're making to all of our lives.
Getting someone to focus on their specific way of thinking.
The importance of building on a child's area of strength.
Find and walk their own path to success and happiness.
Accommodate everyone that's out there, not just the people who fit into the mold.
Give students the space and the materials and the resources to be able to create.
Project-based learning.
I think being more hands-on.
In some way that all the people who are thinking differently can find each other more easily, so it doesn't seem like you're the only one.
And somebody who believes in them.
If you have someone that's in a nurturing environment, a safe place.
Unwrapping gifts rather than treating disabilities.
Develop those passions, to explore them.
I kind of saw angles that nobody else considered.
We want a world where there is healthy diversity.
People are equal, genders are equal, races are equal, and most importantly, ways of thinking are equal.
Despite all the challenges, we are driven to change the world.
The most driven people I know.
They're the ones who want to answer every question, and not necessarily with the answer, but with another question.
Who look at a situation sideways and upside down.
They don't see the obstacles that other people see. They come up with a new concept or a new idea. We can build our way out of it. Maybe we can engineer our way out of it. Maybe we can think our way out of it.
The dreamers, the visionaries, the kind of people who built this country. These are tomorrow's leaders.
When you talk about that dream of why can't we work together? Why do we have to separate ourselves? Why can't we progress and be better? Why can't we take all the good from everywhere in the world and use that for everyone's advantage?
A sound educational system that's inclusive of people and understands their essential dignity as human beings. That will translate into a world where we understand one another and not fear one another.
You need to have inner courage to become what you want to become.
The world is waiting for them, that this is their time.
Change is possible.
Every generation has to discover how to make it a little better for the next one. So it's your turn.
I will always be different, and I wouldn't have it any other way.